This episode of Backstage with Kendra is brought to you by Circle. Circle is hydration made easy. With over 100 flavor cartridges to choose from and 4 convenient bottle sizes, this is water for everyone. You can select from a 22-ounce plastic squeeze bottle or a 12, 22, 32, or 42-ounce rigid plastic or stainless steel bottle like the one I have here in a wide range of colors. You can even get them with custom printing for your special needs. Flavors range from sports drinks with added electrolytes to tea and even coffee flavors. You are bound to find something that everyone in your family will enjoy. Currently, you can save up to 35% off your flavor bundle and enjoy free shipping with all orders over $15. Just scan the QR code on the screen or find the link in the description for more information. Again, I want to thank Circle for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, welcome to Backstage with Kendra. This is where I talk to my favorite YouTubers that agree to do this. And today we have my good friend, Mr. H, from uh, his react, and he does reactions of music and movies. So let's bring him in and talk to him. Hey, Mr.
Hey,
H, how's
Kendra.
it going?
Pretty good, Kendra. How you doing?
I am doing wonderful. So let's start by me asking you what got you started with YouTube?
Well, I've always been a follower of YouTube as far as watching and going down that rabbit hole, especially 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, oh shoot, I gotta get some sleep because I gotta wake up at 6. But
Right.
our mutual friend PJ, we had a bet a couple of years back on a basketball game, and so the bet was no money, just that if his team lost, he had to listen to country music. And so, as he just went ahead and started his. He decided, well, if I'm going to have to listen to it, I'm going to do it more of a reaction type thing. And I was, and I've seen people do reaction videos, and it was like, oh, okay. So after he had been doing it for a while, I started following him, and we kind of did an off the cuff reaction. We actually had a concept of our current obsessions, and of course I was drinking during the show, and he was smoking his herbs and stuff. And so one thing led to another, and we never released that show. It was I think it took us like 2 or 3 hours. We look back at it, it's very funny. But during the time, he had mentioned that we started talking about hip hop, rap, and he asked me about it, and I'm like, well, I don't know much about it because I don't listen to it, because I don't like to listen to things that I don't understand. I'm
Right.
uh, you know a revelation here, folks. I'm a boomer. All right, so so I have my set of music that I typically listen to. I'm very bland, and as far as what I listen to and stuff, but uh, him and I did a reaction video we recorded on Tupac, and so I was like, well, let's go ahead and see about, maybe I'll do some more. And I've gotten some requests from other type of rappers from like Kenya and all over the world and stuff. So right now I'm still trying to find my niche as far as what I want to react to see. At some point, it seemed like people really wanted me to react to groups like Pentatonics, and not so much the hip hop, because I didn't, all the different rappers, Salt and Pepper, um, you know, the and all the other ones didn't get it's not a ton of reviews. I mean, they've been posted for over a year, and it's like they have, some of them have like say 800 views, and but I've got some that have up to like 9,000 views, but not the hip hop stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out and what it is that the audience wants to see from me.
Yeah, I know for me, I mean, I've tried multiple different things, and some take off, some don't. So
Mhm.
you gotta find that niche. What video's done the best for you?
Um, a video that I did about a month ago, a Filipino family called Fran's Rhythm.
Okay,
It's a young Filipino family that they do cover songs, like from like Linda Ronstadt and Queen and you name it. And so I did uh, one of their songs. I think it was the ABBA song Chiquita, and that one in less than a month got over 9,000 views. So we're almost up to 10,000 views.
amazing. That it just kind of took off, huh?
Yeah, it was just I was like, well, that's funny. Why? I mean, nobody. I mean, I'm sure people know who they are. They have followers, but most of their followers are probably fellow Filipinos, watching them and stuff. But apparently, somebody who came to my channel, at least 9,000 of them plus, have watched it and stuff. So, but I didn't get any comments on the video. So to find out what it is that, did they like it? Did they not like it? Just because somebody watches something doesn't mean that they necessarily liked what you did.
Yeah, exactly. I've have very few comments on my stuff, so everyone says like, comment, and subscribe, and it's like, well, sometimes there's nothing to comment. Sometimes you just enjoy the video and don't need to say anything. So
Well, at
what?
least the thumbs up, the liking button, if they
Yeah,
click on it, that at least that gives us an indication that, that they're enjoying what they see.
right,
But it's like, come on, folks, you're watching our stuff. Say something or at least like it, or
right.
if you don't like it, that's okay. But
Yeah.
make a comment saying, hey, do something like this, to give us an indication of what what might take off and stuff like that. Because the whole purpose is, for from my standpoint is to I'm trying to figure out what it is people like, so I can provide that to them for their enjoyment. I know other people go into creating YouTube channels and or reactions, I guess, to be able to monetize. I have my own thing on the side that I do to make money. So I'm just doing it for fun. And so sometimes I'll post stuff, and I actually went almost a year without posting anything because life got busy, and with my own side hustle that I do at home.
Yeah, yeah, when you have a way to make money and YouTube is just there to have some fun and
Yeah.
throw ideas at the wall, so to speak, it makes it much more relaxing to sit down and edit a video knowing, well, I don't have to have this out immediately. Let me take my time and be a little bit more perfect than, say, those that want to release 3 to 5 videos a day. Um,
Right.
recently I recently I heard that uh during a live stream, I won't mention whose live stream it was. Um, but the person said that the conversation about copyright came up, and uh one of the comments was that reaction videos are low hanging fruit. That it's easy to do, but it's a nightmare to navigate with the copyright. What's
Right.
your take with the copyright situation? The fair what most people consider fair use versus what the what artists and musicians and actors and so forth consider fair use. What's your take on it?
Well, for me, it's fair use, to use something that maybe, and I understand copyright issues. It's a very important thing because oftentimes it's meant to protect the artist so that way people aren't making money off of their content. And that's understandable. But for individuals like myself, I'm not trying to make money off the content. I don't have a Patreon. I'm not asking for people other than join, subscribe, and that's it. Uh, my thing is I'm just trying to have fun and get there, for music, get people to understand the music and learn, kind of like what PJ says. He has a journey. He's it's all new to him. He's learning about it. Well, so am I, because to be honest, I've been given, through his show and with you all and stuff, people think I'm more knowledgeable about music than I really am. I'm knowledgeable about the music that I like. I like more
Right.
of the modern country. I like the 60s, 70s, and 80s music, but like soft rock. Some of the music that I plan on going back to is viewing groups like Kiss. Now, as a young person in middle school, I avoided watching, or listening to Kiss because back then they had, what Kiss stood for, supposedly Kings in Satan's Service. Well, I was very paranoid. I was like, well, I don't want anything to do with Satan, so I'm not going to listen to their music. But come to find out later years, it's like, I'll listen to a song and like, oh, I know I know that song, and what group is that? Oh, that's Kiss. Are you serious? That's Kiss. And so now I have a whole new, of the early rock groups that that I can go back and listen to, really for the first time, and enjoy it. And I just want to bring people along with the journey. But when it comes to copyright, I think I'm learning that when I'm posting first as private to go through all the copyright issues, so that way they don't just immediately ban me. Because before I'm able to post it, I'm already getting the notification that there's copyright issues. I go ahead and I submit my uh, rebuttal, to say that no, I think it's fair use. And for the majority of, I've only had two out of the, I think I have 45 videos on my channel or something like that. I've only had two that have absolutely been turned down. One was I think it was like Amazing Grace Pentatonics, where even though I went through to challenge the copyright issue, apparently I lost the issue. So it was like, okay, no big deal. But I find that if I go through as I'm trying to post, do it privately and or scheduled to release, let's say a week down the road, and then I put in the stuff, then I see that normally within 3 days, I get the notification that it has been cleared, and then I can go ahead and then post it to public at that point. That's
Yeah.
how I'm getting around it right now.
Yeah. For me, I I had a friend that plays music, as you know, and
Hmm.
I have a contract with him. I literally just up sent that to YouTube, and so I can play anything of his as long
Hmm.
as it's marked that it's his in the description. And the thing is, I still have to appeal it every time because his publisher um gets it immediately. His publisher stri- hits it with copyright, and then I have to appeal, and Google basically says no. We have a contract here saying this account's free to use this music. So
Right.
I've won all of mine. Say I think it's no demonetization, or there's some weird way that it says that I I
Right, where you
haven't.
can't monetize it, and
Right.
I think that's fair, but 'cause, when they say, "Well, you're not gonna be able to monetize," in other words, I think when they have commercials or things that are associated where YouTube's making money from it, you're not gonna make any money from it.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is we're still able to monetize because if we have our subscribers who are, let's say, paying to the our YouTube channel the $2 a month or whatever, or we have the Patreon accounts, things like that.
That's how
It,
you
you know,
that's how you can
that's
make
how you get
money with it.
around it and stuff. So
And YouTube knows that. YouTube knows Patreon exists. YouTube knows that other forms exist. Patreon's the one they put up with the most, though. Uh, so, as you said, you don't do this. You don't do YouTube to get rich. Do you think YouTube as a platform is a way for people to actually make good money when they want to put the time in to do the content? And do you think people that say they're making a living off of it are truly making a living off of YouTube's base monetization, or do you think it's because they've got fans that are donating to them nonstop?
I think it's the latter. I don't think I think they're making some money. Our friend PJ, he's shown me the stats of, where he's made a little bit here and there from YouTube. But the truth is that I think he's made more money from the Patreon or things of that nature. Not to say that it's huge, but it's I think he had, the numbers. He has what I think for Patreon, what is it, or on YouTube subscription,
Yeah, he's
paid
got
subscription. I think it's like 10 or something like that. But
YouTube membership's about 15 right now. He's got a couple of
okay,
Patreon. So yeah,
yeah. So, and even with that, those few numbers, excuse me, with those few numbers, I think he's making more money with that than he is with what YouTube's
with
paying
off the ads.
him.
Yeah,
So, I think if anybody puts in enough time um, and develops it and puts out a good product. For instance, our friend PJ, when he first started his reaction videos, it was very basic. Good for him at the time, but I've noticed just in the last month or last couple of weeks, he's found different ways to enhance the video as far as the graphics.
right,
You having like the film strips and the pages saying, to say that this was, credits page for
right.
written by and stuff like that. So I think he's come a long way, and it's looking a lot more professional. And I think with time, honestly, I think he has an opportunity uh, to probably make good money. I know that he has over 11,000 subscribers that actually, are subscribed to his channel, which
Right.
is outstanding. So,
Yeah, and like last night, I normally I watch a certain YouTuber for Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, he was at the Diamondbacks game last night. So, and we're recording this on Halloween, guys. So, just so y'all know. Um, but he went to the Diamondbacks World Series game where they lost, and he didn't do his normal Monday night live stream. So I watched another one that I follow the guy's content, but I don't really watch his lives. He had 8,000 people watching him, and a bunch of people were saying they were watching him because the other guy wasn't on. So, it's but a lot of the it seems like when you have um communities of certain things, like I have 3 interests. I have music, I have farm sim, and I have football. And
mhm.
so the farm sim community is they're all friends. The big YouTubers in farm sim, it seems like they're all friends. The big YouTubers in sports, they seem to be all friends. And then music, but on the music side, you get It's almost like everyone's for themselves except for these little pockets of 3, maybe 4 people, and I think that a lot of people don't realize that there's friendships that develop organically, but at the same time, we're all running YouTube channels and trying to collect viewers. So in a way, we're competing with each other by helping each other. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Right.
What's your take on that?
Well, I think it would probably one of the things that PJ and I have done is every once in a while, especially when we do like the live podcasts or the broadcasts or something like that, or
Right.
or we've done a recording. He will try to promote my channel, and depending on what I'm doing, I'll also bring up PJ's channel and try to point people back to him. And I think if we work collaboratively, we'll, to allow other people, because let's face it, if somebody's watching you, they're not just watching you. They watch you, and then they have a slew of other programs or channels that they like to watch. So it seems that the music community should come together and support each other and promote each other. I think that we'd probably find that our numbers would grow faster. Do I
Yeah.
know for a fact? I don't. It's just an assumption of mine, but I would like to see a little bit more collaborativeness. So I actually one of the things I was thinking of maybe doing is going to these reaction channels and doing a reaction of the reactions.
I've actually seen a few of those, and there some are good, some are bad. I kind of quit watching several reactors because they started doing those and started being very negative towards
Right,
the reactor, not towards the content they were reacting, but the reactor, which I know is the purpose of your reaction is to what the reactor says. But when you're doing nothing but putting them down,
true.
I find that it's counterintuitive to what you're doing because now you're hurting somebody with your content. And that's the one thing I have always said I'll never do is hurt another YouTuber with the content I produce.
Right,
Um, my farm sim stuff, I joke around about hiring, whoever, what any of the other YouTubers to come do the job for me so I can sit back with the tea and watch. I joke about that. It's not
right,
that it's not that I want them to really do that. It's I'm having fun. So
right.
I think if we have fun with our communities, we can grow our communities.
Right. I think what I would probably do is if I was doing a reaction of a reaction, it's more of, well, do I agree with the reaction that they're doing? And it's all right not to agree with them, but I think it's basically you're just using their content to react to whatever it is that they're reacting to. And
Right.
it's like, well, I can see their point, but I disagree here, I think, and then just put your own 2 cents on it. To me,
Yeah,
that's not tearing down. You're just saying that you disagree. And uh, I think that's something that our world needs to start developing is being able to nicely disagree with one another without having to tear each other down.
exactly. Well, Mr. H, thank you for taking the time to do this today. I really appreciate it. And I'll
Sure.
see you on Friday for PJ's live stream.
Absolutely. And I love to, just because I love this thing, I like to show off. So
Yeah.
we'll have a party on Friday. So
All
if
right.
you all are watching this, come see us. Thanks a lot, Kendra.
No problem. Thank you for doing this. Have a great day.